No, I was named after like a detective in like a Chinese film or something.
Really?
Like my dad was like, yeah, Rose Wong. Like her name was like Rose Wong, and it's a real thing. I googled it like a couple years ago. It's like Rose Wong, Chinese detective. My name is Rose Wong. I am an illustrator. I would say that my artwork is predominantly line work. I use a lot of graphite. Um, it's it's hard to describe it. It's like shape based, but it's not like I do a lot of color blocks. It's not realism at all. It's more designy, but it's not naive. It's more sophisticated. It's more sophisticated, I guess. Oh, can I say that? That's so pretentious. My art is so sophisticated. Yeah, I feel like my art is pretty graphic, but not in terms of gore and blood, but more like it's more designed and it's very combines the inorganic and organic materials together. Like I like to draw a lot of like square shapes and block things out and contain them, but also have like plants and natural stuff to break through that. Having a solo show is really nerve-wracking and intense, but also like really nice because I haven't done so much work in so long since school. When I'm doing stuff for the show, I'm like thinking of ideas to do for my own personal stuff. It's like building. So I think deadlines help. Like just living in like an empty space of like no deadlines and no responsibilities and no expectations, like I think that was the hardest. Like being in my own head all the time with no outside expectations of me. I was in like a rut. Is that what you call like a block for the longest time after school because I was just like so tired and I had a full-time job that was really nice. But then I was like, I need to create work again. And I think what I expected from this was to create a new body of work that I could just be proud of again. Because this show is basically like, it's just supposed to make you think about, like, I think the show name in itself is supposed to make you think a lot as you're looking at my pieces, because if it didn't have the show name Consider Death, you'd just be looking at a bunch of plants, right? You wouldn't understand. But the show name is supposed to make you feel like there's some somberness to it, but you're appreciating the beauty, but you're also you're like literally considering death as you look at my pieces, but you should do that with life. There's a piece that I'm going to have, which is literally going to be a girl looking at two pieces of paintings on a wall, but one of them is on a wall behind this wall. It's going to be like the greenery that I have, but also just like a black painting. So it's going to be an actual piece of like, consider death. Like, there's always going to be sad stuff in your life, but you can also appreciate the beauty. But it helps you appreciate the beauty more, I think. You don't have to think about death every time, but you know what I mean. It's on the back burner. It's depressing, but I don't know.
Everybody should do in their lifetime sometime two things. One is to consider death